bleachers, and you'll have your instructors on the side and maybe a few more, okay? And you may have to go way the hell out on the sides. Generally speaking, you do what's called heavy brass up here. That includes tubas, French horns, trumpets, trombones.
Okay.
Okay. And then back here, you have a lot of times your string instruments, and your cellos would go down here in the front usually. And there's going to be a lot of cellos. And if you need to, what you may have to do is do only every other cello gets to be in it, the actual physical cello.
Physical
And
instrument.
so you would have one person with a cello, one person without his cello, one person with his cello, one person without his cello.
Just so they fit.
So that they get everybody in there. Okay? So if that's another little ace up your sleeve that you can use.
Okay.
Okay?
Help fit in.
Yeah. This is a concert band. They have no strings.
Oh,
So here's a string group here. All of these are available, I think, online.
Okay, I need to look on. Okay, memory lane.
But see the heavy brass. That's a tuba there, believe it or not, and that's a baritone. Those are baritones. Okay, that's a French horn.
What location is this anyway?
It's no longer there. This is
That was the
ISR.
ISR. I remember you said they're remodeling that.
Yeah,
Okay.
they tore it all apart.
Got it.
So this row right here is all a bunch of kids with their instruments. And this is the flutists here and stuff. And again, they don't have cellos and stuff. So here you go. See the cellos here?
Sorry, excuse me.
That's a bass.
Okay.
Okay, that's a bass. That's a cello, 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 cello. But you see how much room's between them right here?
Right.
So you can really scrunch them up shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, because they're kind of far apart.
Okay? And you got plenty of room to back up there. Okay? But you may not be able to get up too high because of the tree that's there.
Okay.
So you got to watch out for this stuff getting in your way.
Okay.
And you notice how it's evenly lit to the background, even though it's close by.
Right.
So you turn your strobe head like this. I would point it right to the hardest hole so that you're not flaring that pure white with a flash because it's too close to the flash. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta reposition the light to focus on what you want it to focus on.
The head,
Yeah.
strobe head, you would shoot into the hole,
as opposed to the light.
straight on here.
Okay.
Normally you shoot your flash right about there. Okay? This one I'm shooting it probably right about there.
Okay.
Still evenly distributed.
The light.
Yeah.
Yep. So just think of that just like a flashlight. You know, just turn it and point it. Because if you shot it straight on, anything that gets in the way close up is going to get nuked. It's like when you're doing graduation pictures. If the stage was this right here, and they had a whole row of little ferns and stuff, and you shot pictures right there, well, those ferns, instead of being green, they're pure white because they were too damn close, and you got them in the picture.
Okay.
So in that case, I tell people, just go up and move 2 plants and set them down. Take your pictures and then put the 2 plants back up as soon as you're done. I mean, it takes 2 seconds. And you don't screw anybody's pictures up.
Okay.
Okay? So here's just a smaller group on some benches. Smaller group, you know, you go over and do them on this little side benches there.
Right.
Because you're going to be set up almost exclusively for giant groups.
Because that's the majority of the...
Yeah, this is the groups that you're going to be doing for the most part. You see how the smaller groups, you can just whip them into those small
Small spaces, yeah.
Sit down, get them up, well, stand them up, and then get them out.
But this, you got to really be organized and get your stuff together to get them in there and out of there.
Yeah,
You got to
within a
work
10-minute
like a
period.
team.
Okay.
Because I may not be there. In fact, let me see if my email says. She hasn't notified me.
For clarity, this is going to be at
Yeah.
PR. This okay.
Same place.
Same place, okay.
Let me see if I can contact. Oh, they're at lunch right now, so.
And this is
Yeah, it's an attorney's office. So
the
that's,
configuration.
well, this is kind of the sketch of
how.
group.
Okay.
Well, you're going to put benches down, 5 of them, I think, in the front and 3 in the back. Toadstools across there.
Okay.
You won't use toadstools down here because, why?
They stand on being the way of people sitting.
Yeah, I mean, these people who are standing back here,
Yeah.
you're just elevating them to the same height as them back there.
Right.
All right.
So unless you got some really short flutists, maybe, you know, you can maybe squeeze them across there.
About half your size here.
But you would have them stand on the ground in front, and these guys are sitting. Well, unless they're tall sitters,
Yeah.
I doubt that's going to work.
Probably switching to the back quick.
So,
possible.
The amazing thing is getting the exposure right, getting this right. Okay, now that's the technical stuff. Now the even harder stuff is the bigger part of this. Photography is only 15% of this job. Okay, sales and coordinating them in there and out of there and getting them to fill those tags is the big part of the deal.
Right.
Okay. Now lately our sales, I looked at our sales from this year and last year. We're running just barely below last year, and we should be ahead of last year by quite a bit.
Okay.
Okay? So we got to do that job better. We got to do the sales pitch better.
So what's your recommendation in terms of like
Okay.
verbiage?
I'm going to say you to do the speech. Okay?
Okay.
And then you might do the photography, but you go and, you know, because there's that time between each picture, you know, once you got one group and go to the next, or while he's shooting, you can be back there and looking at his work too. Okay? So you can just, you know, hold it off to the side and down, and he can walk up to the ladder and go, oh, crop it in tighter, I think. Or you bump up your f-stop
I think
or something.
one time you had a bag in there, I told you to move the bag or whatever. Like,
Yeah, like
something.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
That makes sense.
you know, you can work together that way if I'm not there.
Do you prefer them to fill out the forms after or before? It doesn't make a difference to you?
After.
Because some of them were doing it before, and it was like three
That's
groups.
fine. That's fine if they want to do that. But
You gotta
the
mix it.
problem is having those forms in the picture and losing them, et cetera, et cetera. Okay.
And then they get
So-
mixed up with the groups.
Right, and that's how, because it was like three different groups at
Well,
the same
I
time.
can sort them out here
Right.
again, or you can.
Right, that's what I
there.
did.
mean,
Uh-huh.
it's just like, okay, pile this. As you can see, there's not that many groups. Okay, there's 20 pictures. That means there's 10 groups. Okay, that ain't that much, and especially these small ones.
Yeah,
This one shouldn't take you more than 5 minutes max to get it all done,
right,
and that's ordering including. Okay.
right.
Now, your sales pitch. First, welcome to the camp. Always welcome them, welcome them, welcome them, welcome them. Okay?
Okay.
So, hey, everybody, welcome to the ISYM camp, you know, for 2018. How many of you, by show of hands, how many of you have been here before?
Okay.
And it's going to be about half. And the higher that number is, or the higher the percentage is, less talking you have to do.
Because they're familiar with the process.
Right. Okay, exactly right. But remember, you got to give enough information for the neophytes who have never been here.
Right.
You know, peer pressure is only going to carry them so far. But it's got to come out of your mouth first. And then they'll ask somebody and they'll go, oh yeah, I remember now. Okay? So you say, what we're doing today is the official camp photo. Okay?
Okay.
We're going to do both a formal one so that you can show your parents and grandparents and everybody else like that. And then we're going to do one for just you guys, the crazy shot. And I have 2 rules for doing the crazy shot, okay? Number 1, stay safe and show your face.
Okay.
It's easy to remember, okay?
Yeah, right.
Stay safe, show
and see
your face. Okay? So practice these, saying this
Right.
a bunch of
I
times.
am.
And then the next one is the one that they all get a chuckle out of, and it lightens the group up, okay? You say, and then the second rule is, remember, don't do anything that will humiliate your family name any more than you already have.
Yeah, I like that. How you say that.
Okay?
Okay.
And that's just the greatest line written for that. I heard it out in some seminar, and I thought, man, that was the most perfect way to say, don't, flip off the photographer or stuff like that. It's a great way.
I like that. Say it.
And it's just a smooth way to say it.
Okay.
So then you go, what we're going to do today is today you order the pictures. Right afterwards, go over to those tables and fill them out, the forms. You turn them in today. You do not pay for them today.
So I need to say that. Okay.
You pay them on Saturday when you pick them up.
Okay.
Now, did you notice how I said it real slow? You do not pay today.
You pay on Saturday.
You pay on Saturday. Remember, these kids, these are younger kids too. Okay, these are not high school and college.
Oh, they're not?
No. These are younger yet. These are middle school kids.
Oh, wow, they're really young.
Okay?
Yeah.
So
yeah, we have to focus
they
their attention.
may not even remember their parents' email or their parents' phone number,
That's
for
true.
that matter. Okay? So I make the statement, you do not pay for them today. You pay for them on Saturday when you're checking out. The question always comes up. Your mom says no to the pictures on Saturday. Moms are always right. Mom can always cancel your picture order.
And you say that?
Without any repercussions because you're not 18.
Okay.
However, if you do not order today, you won't have one there for you on Saturday.
To pick up.
Right.
Okay.
Now, did you understand why I said that?
Yeah, so it still makes them order a picture regardless. So just in case.
Well, not regardless. It makes them order only if they think they're going to pay for it on Saturday.
Right.
Okay, not just every Tom, Dick, and Harry ordering pictures. Because then I have a whole bunch of leftovers.
Right, which is cost, yeah.
Okay, and it's $3 plus a print.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah, that's a lot of dollars wasted.
They don't come and buy it.
That's true.
If they don't pick them up and get them. So if you see, now, yesterday or whatever it was, Saturday,
What was the percentage?
when I went home,
Yeah.
I got for the first time in my history, I got 4 phone calls to get back over there and give them prints.
Oh, after the fact?
4 parents picked up their pictures afterwards.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, well, it was, but it wasn't. It means we weren't scheduled at the right time. We need to go till 2. Until the last concert begins.
Got it.
Okay.
Beginning time is still good, but the ending time should be till 2.
Right.
That makes sense.
So whenever the last performances are, we got to be there for it. Okay? right up to that time, and then you can close down.
Okay, that makes
So
sense.
we'll probably go to 2 on that. Now, so Deontay, you get to be first on the list. I'm the audience. You're the photographer. We just sat down. Give me the speech.
Okay. Hi, welcome to the ISY Camp 2018.
ISYM.
ISYM Camp 2018. How many of you guys have been here before?
I have.
Raise a hand. All right. This is your official camp photo shot of the year. Now, there is 2 rules.
No. We're going to do 2 photos.
We'll do 2 photos.
We're going to do a formal one for the parents and the grandparents. And 2.
We're going to do a crazy shot for you guys.
And what are my 2 rules?
To stay safe and a safe face? No.
It's wait, something with face, hold on.
Stay safe and show your face.
Right.
Safe face. Okay.
Show your face.
Stay
Second rule.
Don't embarrass your family name any further than you already have.
Right.
Now, after we take these photos, we would need you to fill out a form to order photos that you will pick up Saturday. You do not pay today.
Okay. That's good, but it's a little too fast.
Okay.
And you
All
forgot
right.
to mention, where the heck do I go to order them?
Over by the tables, right? I have
Okay, so point to
point
them.
to them, yeah.
You know,
Go over
hand
there.
gestures
Right,
to them.
this way, okay.
Over there.
Because if I'm facing
Okay.
that, I'm going to have to turn around and show them.
Over
where
there.
it's at, right?
Okay?
Okay.
And then what?
And then, after the photos, tell them about the parents with, no.
Is everybody ready to take
Oh, is
your
everyone
picture?
ready to take the
You
picture?
got to pump up the adrenaline here.
Gotcha.
So you don't say nothing about the mothers can overrule, like you said
Well, you're supposed to say that.
Right,
When
so-
you're saying that when they're picking them up on Saturday,
Right.
that mom
That's the
can
final say.
can always cancel an order with no repercussions or with no penalties. Okay?
Okay.
Because you're
Write
not
this down.
18.
I'll write this down.
Yeah. Well, he's got it on video.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm just
oh
recording.
you're recording.
So, because otherwise I'll forget.
So you can record him doing his speech, okay?
Gotcha.
Right?
So,
Oh,
yeah, he's going to record you doing
Okay.
your speech, okay? So,
No, I got it.
no, he's going to do it on his phone.
oh, I'm
You want me
sorry.
to do it?
Yeah, just record. Yeah.
Okay. And live from Urbana, it's Monday afternoon psych, okay?
Good afternoon, or good morning. Welcome to the ISYM camp. We are your official photographers. Oh, you can't hear me.
Don't say it softly.
Okay, my voice is tending to be soft anyway. Let me see if I can project. Oh, this is practice. Don't do it yet.
Okay.
Welcome to the ISYM camp. Is that better? Okay.
Yeah, so now you can do the rest at normal tone.
Okay. Welcome to the ISYM camp. We are taking your official photo for the event today. We will take a formal one and also a crazy shot for you to keep as well. We have 2 rules. The first one is show your... be safe and show your face. And the second one is don't do anything that will embarrass your family name any further
Then you already have.
than you already have.
Okay.
Now, after you are done with the photos, we're going to ask you to place an order today at the tables located to my left. Or whatever
Over there.
Over there. Just over there. Okay?
Yeah.
And if you order today, they'll be available for pickup on Saturday. You're not under any obligations to... Wait, hold on. I'm going to say this.
You do not pay for them
Yes.
today.
Okay. Let me rephrase.
Slowly say that so they get
Okay.
it.
So you order your pictures today at the tables located over there. You do not pay today. You pick up on Saturday, and your parents have the option of changing their minds if they need to do so without any kind of repercussions. So at this time, please get ready to take your photos with Deontay.
Okay.
I have to practice again.
Fresh.
I
Stopped you, so.
Okay.
So you want to be fresh on that statement, okay? And really pump it and drive it and talk to the person in the back of the crowd, but also keep your eyes moving back and forth. Just pick different people,
okay.
you know, in the crowd.
Because my thing is my voices tend to be soft naturally, so I have to kind of project it.
Right. It's like a military formation leader, okay? You got to let everybody hear it, and they got to hear it clearly.
And not to talk so fast, too, because I have a tendency to talk fast.
Right.
Okay.
So that's why you notice when I go into training mode that I'm saying things slow enough
you
for
do.
you to get,
Right.
so you
say
get
it perfectly. every
Right.
time. You always have it on the consistency.
Yeah.
So it's just practice we have to do.
Right. So, you know, I can get in front of the crowd without having to rehearse it. I got to admit, the beginning of each year, I'll probably go over it 10 times before I get there on the first time of the year. Because I'm like, oh, geez, what have we got to say now? Yeah. I've rehearsed this speech a million times, but I got to go over it again. And it's just to keep it fresh on my tongue.
Okay.
You know, so it just rolls off. And you can play jokes on people and have fun with them too to lighten up the crowd. Anytime you lighten up the crowd, you make connection with the crowd, the higher the sales will be.
Okay.
Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
Right.
Okay?
You have to make it a pleasant experience.
Right. You know, that it's not a mandatory thing. You don't want it to come off like it's a mandatory thing. You got to buy the picture. You know? You can say, hey, this is going to be the picture that you're going to want to post on your Facebook page and all that kind of
that
stuff.
That would really get them.
Okay?
Yeah.
Or on your, not Facebook, but your Snapchat or your Instagram or whatever, tweet or whatever you
Whatever they use.
Okay? So whatever you use for social media, you know, whatever's the latest and the hottest, you know, it's the way you can do it.
I like that too.
You can show you were at the best music camp in the world, you know, that kind of crazy stuff. Pump up the, you know, because the people who hear that are the instructors. And the instructors want us to be promoting their camp form.
Got it.
Okay? Because that gives us the ability to come back year after year after year.
Well, that's too much if you say, how many of you have enjoyed the camp? Do you want to take...
How many of you have enjoyed this camp before?
Before, okay. Right.
And that's the same way of asking, have you ever been at this?
Yeah, and I forgot to do that.
Okay. And what you're doing there, like I say, if they do, most of them have been there before, and you're running behind, you can speed up your rate of speech because they already know it. Okay?
Okay.
So don't forget, right after the picture, and then as soon as you break them down, the last picture's taken, the first thing you do is say, now everybody stay where you are, front rolls first, come on out, and start opening up those bleachers so that they can get through to get back there in the ordering pin, okay? And then the photographer would start setting up for the second group, and then the other guy is back there doing the sales work, okay? And then you get the next group down, and you get them in position, and you back them all up as the photog, and then you go up, you know, and then this person should have everybody done by then.
From the order forms from the previous group.
And they're going to maybe have to watch, but maybe we can work a path on the side that they can get
They
out.
usually like go up that way on the sides, even though there's no actual path. They usually
but it's a big pain in the ass to get them out of there.
That's true. And they're gonna be bigger too, so
yeah, lots bigger with lots bigger instruments.
Okay, so
So
make a path
I would suggest, you know, that first landing area, I would put them in hold over there with their equipment in that little grassy area.
to the, like facing it to the left.
If you're looking at the picture area,
Right.
it's on the right-hand side.
Right hand side, okay.
But it's up one layer on that grassy knoll.
Oh, the grassy.
Oh,
I know what you're talking about.
But out of the picture. Now, the problem with that is they tend to wander, these kids. And if they get into the picture area, you're screwed.
Right.
So that's why it's better to have them behind you and get them all in. Okay? Got it?
Yeah, put them to the right somewhere over by the trees like before.
So they won't. So
Even if there's a lot, but they
Or
won't be in the picture.
just bring them down. You know, it all depends on timing. If you already got the crowd set, just have them go up and just stand off to the side.
Gotcha.
Okay?
Okay.
Because we got to be quick and efficient.
Right. You got to get them in there, out of there. Okay?
Okay.
Now, next thing, what else? Okay. Get there early enough. You're setting it up. That won't take you much time. Get your exposure values so you know what the heck they are. Now, you're going to have some shade and sun mixes. Fire your strobe into the shade areas. Okay?
Okay.
So
can you
you can put it on double head and use the big one to nuke the really shadowy areas of it.
So can you, if you have time, to go? I know I watched you before, but how you set it up before with
It's one stop less than whatever your camera says. So if you're shooting at f11, you shoot the strobe on auto f8.
Okay, that's a rule.
Yeah.
Easy rule.
Okay, yeah,
Let's
that's
go one below
right.
on auto.
It's just one below.
And then just to clarify, f16 Sunny, the
Open shade.
is two stops, so it'll be
Closed shade is 3.
8 for open,
Right.
5.6 for close. You said 3 from the initial one.
8 and then 5, 6. Yeah. That
Okay.
would be true.
And then
That's a ballpark.
I mean-
so you got to shoot it and find out.
to see how it is.
You know,
Like,
because
we'll change.
here's the exposures from the other day.
Sorry.
Divisions, group, individual, sign division. There it is. Okay. Now,
That's from last Monday, right?
yeah. Notice how I zoomed in a lot on your pictures, and this one should have just been moved up and zoomed in. You know, I was able to make it work, but it's much better to have something like this that's already perfectly angular and set up. You see here we didn't use the bleachers in the front.
You got to mess the stuff down. I see.
This group we did on the benches over there, but we needed these because we put our row of benches and then we made a second row stand on the ground and then stand up on the bleachers. And that worked out really smooth because now it's a tall box.
Okay.
Okay? We filled in the frame. Same with this picture here. Well, it's the same picture. No, it isn't. Okay. This one right here, we didn't need them because we had all that range from here to there.
From the steps.
And yeah, we had plenty of elbow space there. In fact, we didn't even use one of the steps, I know. But these kids are going to be a little smaller, which means more people fit in them.
So they're tighter, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But really, there wasn't, I mean, if I shot this and there was, see how it's kind of hot lighted here? A little bit hotter. I would have moved my strobe from here to over here a little more.
Okay, so point the strobe towards the
Dark spot.
dark spot. Okay.
Yeah, but not too much because you don't want to see, you know, a drop off here
Right.
and make it the hot spot over here and this not, you know, in full sun not be the hot spot. Okay? There's the trumpet picture that we were looking for. I knew I did.
Oh, that is, yeah, okay.
On their heads.
Yeah, 'cause I remember they did that on
I
the
kept asking, yeah.
Low brass. You did low brass? Was this low brass?
That
No,
looks like
they
piano.
they were the ones
at
that
the
were,
amp at the
that's piano.
Yeah.
And then we did percussion, and because they got the sticks. That was the one that it was at the amphitheater, which is where I told them they ought to be this year. Do it right at Cranard and just have them come back from lunch early.
Oh.
You know?
Just get down
and boom, it's outdoors.
Are you talking about just
beautiful outdoor amphitheater?
Like everybody?
The lighting would be perfect at noon.
Yeah.
And I would love it because we wouldn't have to set up crap.
Oh yeah, because so many. Yeah, they have like 5. Yeah, they have like so many stairs. Yeah.
Yeah, we could do however many. They could put a whole camp shot there.
That's true.
You know, but they ain't gonna do that. Okay. Now let's go into photography. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go outdoors. And everybody's going to grab a camera. This is yours. It's brand new as of, yeah. You want your maximum shutter speed, right? So now you're going to get, if you're using a fill flash, which that far away is too much, it ain't going to work. So you might as well go to the 800, right? Okay, at f16 when they're in the sun. But see that shade? Once they tag into that shade, they're now 2 stops less.
Right. So you want to go F200. No, I'm sorry. Your shutter speed's 200. And your F is
No. You don't change anything.
You don't change
other than your f-stop.
Gotcha.
The shutter speed you need. So that's 800 at f16. Now it's 800 at f8.
Oh, okay. Now I see.
No, leave Jackson alone. No. Yeah, you don't try and reinvent all the settings. There's 3 settings that control the picture. ISO, shutter speed, and f-stop. And then you also have to get it in focus. But we're always in autofocus for the most part. No!
So when you were saying that one thing before, how we had to change it to F20, why was that?
Because
that's all I got confused about.
We lowered the shutter speed, so we had to raise the f-stop.
And we lowered the shutter speed in order
2
to...
stops.
Because of
so
what?
We had to raise the Sunny rule of 16 2 stops to f20
it's like
at 1 over the ISO divided by 2.
Okay.
Because we put the other part of the 16 up 2, we got to put the shutter speed down 2.
Got it.
Okay. One goes up, one goes down.
Because it has to balance. I'm assuming
equalize.
Yeah, equalize, yeah.
That's why we switched one.
Open it. There it is. Okay. And we'll do an 8x10 cropping to show you what it's like.
Okay.
There it is. Cropping is 10x8, so there you got it right there. Now if I do it like automatically, like it's done online, there's an equal amount here and an equal amount there, and guess what? That's perfect.
Okay. You can put a title on the bottom. You can do whatever you want.
See how there's plenty of room here. There's plenty of room here. There's nothing distracting in the photo. Okay. This is a little dark for me.
Okay.
And there's ways to correct that. And to do that, what we would do is go into a different program. This is the way most people light these things, or I should say do these things. Well shoot, it's not here.
Is that dark? Oh, that's a different one. Okay.
Yeah, that's super dark.
Lightroom is right there. Lightroom converts them from RAW to JPEG.
You always shooting RAW?
Stuff.
You always shooting RAW?
Never.
Why is that?
Never.
The file's too big.
Yeah, I mean, we would.
It's gigantic.
We would just. It's 25 to 26 megabytes per shot.
Yeah, no.
On top of maybe a 3 to 4 megabyte JPEG file.
Oh wow, yeah.
So you could shoot 5 times more in JPEG. And if you're shooting them right, why do you need it?
That's interesting. Okay.
I mean, if you're going to do
For the iPhotos, you can take.
going to do that, you might as well just forget, being a photographer. Just push a button. Oh, that'll be fine. Oh, that'll be fine. Because that's all you're doing. Okay, so
Which one was that? That was that.
if I'll just load them all in. Okay. I think 7/8 was this one. Okay, so what you would do in here,
Was that it? Because it seemed like it's awfully close to the other edge.
yeah, it is.
I don't think that was one. I thought it was 7/9. It wasn't 7/9.
7/9 or 7/8.
Not 4.
There it is, right there beside it.
6.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we go into develop. Now, I'm not going to do the crop because I don't think. Maybe it,
So you have to eyeball it. It doesn't have an 8x10 cropping thing. You think that it would?
I would imagine it does. There it is. Okay, so bang, we would do that to it. But now, to get the corrections on the rest of it,
For the colors, okay.
we're going to go into here. See the shadows here? Now watch what happens to them.
Oh, okay.
Beautiful. Oh, you okay?
But how could I have taken that better?
Phil flashed that in.
Okay. Because I didn't have any flash. Okay.
Right.
And then
Well,
if we had,
you always have a flash.
Yeah, but I didn't use it at all. I guess I could have used.
Flash right there.
Okay.
Okay. Now, because you didn't go in real tight, there's not a lot of this going on with the sides of the building. If you look, it's slightly not vertical. See that?
on retrospect to the other lines.
This is a vertical line here.
Yeah.
This one is curved in. So is this one on the edges. Okay, so is this one. You can really see it on this line.
Yeah.
Okay, see it now?
Yeah.
Okay,
Is there a way to fix that too?
it's curvilinear. Well, it's due to the wide angle lens that you were using.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the way I would say the perfect shot is for just the stock shot of the house.
Okay.
Okay? Get it different looks. Never more than two.
Yeah, more two of the same scene. Okay.
Yeah. Move around. Get a look.
Yeah, I think I was focusing too much on the same.
You know.
I like that one.
You know.
The blur is
and
good.
This is the brightest object, and that nobody sees these.
Yeah.
Okay. So you'd fill flash this in, or you'd expose for this, and let this just go overexpose.
And direct the light on what you want.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
There, you're leading the eye in. That's very good.
Like the train thing that you're
But
talking
it's a
about.
little tilted here.
Yeah.
See this tilt in this post predominantly?
Should be straight.
That one should equal this corner, this edge of the picture. Should look nice and straightened. Otherwise you're kind of like going, yeah, looks good. Yeah. Oh, there it is. I see it. It looks good.
By tilting your head.
You know. So that never works. That's an improvement on it, but now you've lost that, you know, going to the thing. And here you took a picture of a guy walking through there.
I didn't even see him at all.
That's Eric. I saw him as soon as you shot it. You always keep your other eye open for subject matter. People walking near you are about to walk into your frame, or a car coming up on you.
Like when you told me with the pictures last week when I had the stuff in the top background.
Yeah,
Like the
keep
cars.
your eyeballs open. Decent idea. I would have got rid of this garbage though. It's not it's not a consequence to the picture. So you would need to just, I would have cropped it here through about here.
Okay.
It just went right under that sill.
Okay.
So you'd go under there. Now you're balancing the lights.
I like that one. That's
That's
nice.
a very good shot.
That's a good one, man.
That is a absolutely gorgeous shot. Yes, I do compliment when you do good work.
Oh, no.
Okay. Here you can use these as picture frames to a picture.
Gotcha.
It leads the eye into this picture right here. I would probably not compete with this picture, so I would have done a vertical of this area here,
Oh, I didn't even think about doing that.
because this isn't consequential to the picture.
Not at all.
So I would have gone a vertical shot like that,
And that's all I would have needed.
and then your eye has this picture and a picture and a picture.
Got it because of the...
Oh.
Okay? These are, here you have a picture and a picture and a picture. All of these are pictures and a picture and a pictures.
Oh, I see what you mean.
But you're tilted.
Yeah.
Again.
Can you adjust that? Or you can't adjust that?
Yeah, but you start losing image space again.
Okay.
You gotta cut
So-
things off again. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so get it right to begin with, and you're doing, you do fine. Now there's a good cropping. That is an excellent shot.
That is?
Mm-hmm. Everything's focused to right here. Boy,
Right.
if you had a couple or two girl, a guy and a girl here, a wedding couple right there, that thing would be just
This
off
is
the
drawing
chart.
the eyes too. Okay.
Even with these flowers here, and you had them in the background, your eye would still go to them.
They're probably in
Especially
white.
with a white dress.
Yeah.
Because the eyes go towards
The
white.
brightest object. And also it's in the rule of thirds, so
1, 2, 3. Yep.
okay.
It's right. It would be right under that too if they were in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
I like that one too.
there. Same.
Because my eyes is going right towards that door or window, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
So I didn't remember that myself.
Yeah.
Very good, man.
So you see, this is what I see in you. You have the creativity, you have the things. You don't have the skills and technical. That's where your fault is. Not in seeing stuff, because you see it. That was a pro grade photo right there.
Good job.
There. That's a professional shot. Okay?
Okay.
What you didn't have is the cropping, the exposure, what things do on the camera. F-stops, shutter speeds,
I had no idea.
You don't put it on P for professional. Okay? And don't make you a professional.
I think it was one of the last shots too.
Is that when you had F400?
So that
should've-
isn't a bad cropping, but it should have been just a hair tighter. And the third should have been a slightly bit lower. So more like that right there would have been perfect. And then I would look for stuff like this. If I was picking my spot, if I had a choice of where to pick it, I would pick it so that I wouldn't see that. Like I would make sure the car would just crash
Cover.
past it. Like 6 more inches and that thing wouldn't have been there.
Gotcha.
Okay, the stop sign, well, you might want to go down here by the historic street light. Because that's transportation, They match up. Okay, here, just way off on timing.
That's good, isn't it?
Way on timing. The exposure's wrong, but again, it's a little dark, but it's only a little dark. That's salvageable.
So you go work around it.
Yeah, I could work around it, but if you shot the whole job that way, I'd be punching you.
Like, you can't use any of those.
So, no, I'd use them
But you
because
have
I
to.
got to get money and I
Yeah.
got to have people
it's
believe that
bedtime,
we
yeah.
shot some pictures.
Right.
Okay? So, just flipping through these. So, you got a little more of an idea what to do?
Very much so. There was
Okay.
one more I wanted you to look at. Yeah, never mind. It was
But I have to remember
the
the,
photo, the flower I took. With
I need to remember the rule of thirds and then focusing the eye on, ooh. That is, wow.
He does the,
That is, how do you do all that? That is so, my goodness. That is excellent. And I mean,
he's probably heard that though.
what is it?
I,
What is it? What is
to
it?
me, I don't even think.
And this
when
is
I
as-
shoot these.
You just do it. That's what I want to be.
Wow.
I just want to be
What is it like? What's the this,
I don't know.
like 5.6.
I
I don't know.
that is
I just dialed the little wheelies.
that is perfect. I mean, that's like
That's
like a postcard right there.
You can move that.
Oh my goodness, the clarity.
You can see the little dots inside of the pattern.
I have so much more to go. Oh my goodness. Now I feel like that's perfect.
You can see
Everything.
and then it's blurred out.
And it didn't take you all day either.
It took me 5 seconds.
Mine's like, how do I do all this? How do I, what I change and this like
See,
that?
to me, photography is a fast painter.
It's a fast what?
Painter. Oil painter.
Okay.
Okay? So
That is like,
if you can paint your picture in 5 seconds and on to your next one, you can make a hell of a lot more money than a guy trying to paint one picture.
where Yara says about the money that you received. That's the end result.
Yeah, because that's the ultimate gratification from people as to your work is good when they are willing to buy it. I can have all the great pieces in the world that I painted or whatever, like that picture up there. But you know what? If I photograph it, I might have 10 of those and sold every one of them.
I see what you mean.
Okay?
We'll take